So we're moving from one gospel recording artist, from one gospel recording artist to another. The voice you are hearing is not a strange voice. It's a familiar voice. It's a voice that will wow you like how the PMP will wow Jamaica, work, organize, and win. Make some noise and welcome Jody! Jody to the platform.
Montego Bay! We're going to trample the Satan kingdom this evening. Let me hear you say Jesus! Say glory! Let it go, DJ. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. That's not it. Don't get nervous now. Thank you. Hey, everybody, let's wave your hand like this. Come on, 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 come on. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, Jesus. Everybody, everybody, rock for your neighbor. Rock for your neighbor. Rock for your neighbor. Rock for your neighbor. Pay me a revival. Pay me a revival. Pay leave you, never to leave you alone. Everybody say Jesus, 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 Jesus. Shout Jesus, Jesus. Shout Jesus, BNP, shout Jesus, Jesus. Shout Jesus, Jesus. Shout Jesus, Jesus. Shout Jesus, Jesus. Sing bless me Lord, bless me Lord, sing bless me Lord, say bless me Lord, 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 bless me Lord. Say Jesus, 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 Jesus. Rock by the neighbor. Oh, and I've heard my Savior, telling me still to press on. He promised never to leave me, never to leave me alone. Everybody say Jesus, 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 Jesus. Dash it away, 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 dash it away. Take it down. PNP, let me hear you say Jesus. Say bless me Lord. Say no weapon. That is it. Everybody just lift your flags to my chest. And I just want you to tell God this. What can I give to the great? Love you can step forward for me. I am not a shepherd, so I cannot give. Can you help me to this song?
Oh, no, I'm not a rich girl, still I can't make a start. Since I don't have much to give you, Lord,
What we gonna get?
I'll give my heart.
Come on, let's sing it together.
Money, give money, silver and gold, but to give their life to Jesus and refuse to be born.
Leslie, can you join us here?
Many give their children while still living in sin.
Yes, Lord.
But Jesus is calling softly, he says, come enter in.
Everybody sing, just lift your hands. What can I? Let me hear you sing Montego Bay. Come on.
The great
Turn it down a bit, DJ.
I am.
Sounding good. Oh, no.
Since I don't have much to give you,
What we gonna give Montego Bay?
I give my heart.
God bless you. Good night, 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 good night.
Comrades! I am a proud comrade. Touch yourself and say I'm a proud comrade. I'm even prouder after we OneMarcusJa to the next one. We have some of our speakers here. Some of our speakers are here. Help me welcome Comrade Dr. Alfred Dawes, next Member of Parliament for St. Catherine South Easter. And I can tell you, some Sharpe Square in Jamaica, he will be a better Minister of Health than what is there now. Dr. Dawes. We also have with us Comrade Ian Hills, next Member of Parliament for Western Westmoreland.
No, it's the time, no, it's the power. Trust me, let me for people power.
if he bring him basket. But me I tell you, we all know what's the time hard. Everybody when them talk about minimum wage, you can't do anything for us. You can't do nothing for me because price gone up. Everything expensive. We have with us the next finance minister, Comrade Julian Robinson, member of Parliament to be. Next member of Parliament for St. Joe, South East. And now, let me present to you one of the most hard-working General Secretary in the People's National Party, next member of Parliament, Dr. Dayton Gamble. A comrade who brighter than all of them over the next side. Former party leader, Dr. Peter Phillips.
For the foundation of the music, who all of that fathers and city. I mean, like some little people they don't respect. Some of them for this one, I mean, they don't say. You see the last thing? You see the last thing? Tell them so, watch it. You don't know something, but you know there's no one on hold. Respect me, they're not interfere. We don't know something, but you know there's no one on hold. All of them foundation said respect back. Some little entertainer, what is the matter with them? Them do a one song which is split up on top.
Some Sharpe Square on still there, yeah. At this time, for the official welcome, let me invite to the platform, the podium, Comrade Janice Allen, the next member of Parliament for St. James Central.
Janice Allen is a girl and she's on fire, yeah. She giving a better community for you and your family. She's living in a world and she's on fire. Harder than a fantasy, St. James Central Lane. Better aim on the plan, revitalization.
Comrades, good night, Montego Bay. Good night, St. James Central. Night, my comrades. What a joy, what a privilege, what an honor to give the official welcome to this Central St. James right here in historic Sharpe Square. This Sharpe Square is the center of our struggle. It is the center of our story. And tonight, it is the center of the victory that is about to come. Comrades, tonight I want to welcome every stalwart,
comrades, make no mistake, time come for a better life. My brothers and sisters, Montego Bay is a proud city. A city that stood tall and at one time was referred to as the Republic of Montego Bay. Known for its independence, known for its bold voice and its determination of its own path. But for too long now, and especially over the last 9 years, that voice has been muted. The middle class here in Montego Bay, the middle class that once anchored the city, now feels alienated. The business class feels ignored. Our middle-income communities have been swallowed up by endless strips of our commercial spaces. And in fact, many of our working communities have been left derelict, neglected, and forgotten. I refuse to accept that such a city as Montego Bay should remain like this. I believe that Montego Bay deserves better. My mission is to be your servant and advocate, is to restore that strong, independent voice that Montego Bay once had. When I become your member of parliament, I will ensure that we build affordable housing for all income levels, that we include dwelling spaces for every category of professionals in this constituency, because Montego Bay must facilitate everyone. I have a plan for the youth as well. I have a plan to ensure that we provide hands-on job-ready training, create the opportunities that will facilitate growth for our small businesses and entrepreneurs. And we will work to integrate the street vendors into the formal economy so that you can live in dignity and be treated fairly. When I become your member of parliament, I will prioritize infrastructure and ensure that you get water. I will ensure that you have proper roads. And in fact, I will ensure that from day one we implement our water distribution program. Comrades, we must revitalize our city. And I'll tell you this tonight, it is not just talk. This is what I have, and I am ready to deliver for Montego Bay. And I say it to you, and I say it again, your Bay girl will deliver. Montego Bay is at a crossroads. We cannot continue on this path of neglect. And you have a choice. You have a choice of either remaining where you are or becoming part of the process where we resuscitate. But comrades, I ask you to cross over with me. Cross over with me, comrades.
Jamaica, you ready? Create the peace and jungle power. Create the voice and say it louder. Rock your body till you Jamaica.
Comrades, I put myself forward not just as a politician. I put myself forward to you as a daughter of the city, a Bay girl, someone who is from you, who is with you and will always be with you. But my friends, I cannot do this alone. We cannot do this alone because this is bigger than all of us as individuals. These plans require us to work collectively and independently, and I'm willing and ready to play my part. I want to know if you are ready, Montego Bay. Are you ready for the victory, Montego Bay? say to you, comrades, on election day, on September 3, go out early. Go out early and put your X beside the head. Comrades, comrades, are you ready? Comrades, are you ready? Are you ready to march on to victory? Because this big girl is ready. Comrades, let us rise again in Montego Bay. Let us reclaim and bring it home, because this is the time we shall rise to the occasion. Welcome.
Joining me on the platform is the next member of parliament for St. James Southern.
St. James! PNP people! Thank you so much, thank you! Thank you very much. No, my comrades. Thank you so much. My comrades, I have for you, coming up next, is a doctor, not a PhD, a real doctor. Someone who knows what it is like to treat cancer. Someone who knows firsthand what it is like to treat epilepsy, flu, and fever. We have for you the man who's going to revolutionize the health ministry, and he looks so good doing it. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Alfred Dawes.
Comrade Chairman, distinguished comrades on the platform, comrades here, online, on TV, good evening. I came here to talk to you about health tonight. But in everything, we have to understand where we are going to know why it is so important that we all come out on Wednesday. And many people, they are undecided because they say both of the parties look the same and politicians' teeth. But where we may disagree on who we support more, one thing we can agree on, them man in a government, two teeth. We have a Cornwall Regional Hospital that moved from 2 billion to fix to 22 billion because them two teeth. We have people waiting in chairs workers because nobody knows the conditions under which we labor like we healthcare workers. Nobody knows the sleepless nights, the pain of losing a patient when the system fails them, and the hopelessness we feel when it happens again and again and again. We know that the healthcare sector, it can be fixed and it will be fixed, and we have the power for change. We just never really had one of us healthcare workers in the room. And I'm asking you for a little bit of faith in me that I will represent you. You, the healthcare workers, you deserve better working conditions. You deserve better remuneration and benefits. And Jamaica deserves better health care, and you have the power to fix it on Wednesday, September 3. And to the uncommitted, let me ask you, the voter, who you don't feel like voting Wednesday morning. Suppose you wake up Thursday morning and you hear another baby dead. You hear that there's an accident and it is your relative that don't have an ambulance, don't have a CT scan in the hospital, don't have blood for blood transfusion. How will you feel that you never made the choice for change? Let me remind you, you are not voting for a health minister. You are voting for a prime minister who chooses or ignores health as a priority. And you can choose to vote for a prime minister who, when he was in opposition, heard the cries of babies that were dead. And when under his watch more babies are dying, he suddenly got deaf. Or you can vote for Mark Jefferson Golden. A man who has the blood running in his veins of Sir John Golden, who was knighted by the Queen for his service in health to Jamaican people, and who has the passion to demand of his cabinet, his government, that we fix healthcare once and for all. We have, for a moment, a brief moment in history, a prime minister like that, who has asked me and my team to join him. And I am asking you to join us in fixing healthcare in Jamaica for once and for all. Sharpe Square, Jamaica, go out and make this a reality. Thank you, everybody.
Yo, Daz. You know we stay as one, you know.
Running in his veins of Sir John Golden, who was knighted by the Queen for his service.
Saltfish. Nothing is sweeter than saltfish. In 20... Corned beef, aka bully beef. In 2016, corned beef was $270. In 2025, this same corned beef here is $650 under the Labour Party government. When you say more money, more money, more money, nothing laying Labour no good. Comrades, treating a tin mackerel, aka flash out. In 2016, treating mackerel was for $210. In 2025, under Labour, treating a flash out is for $505. Saltfish. Nothing is sweeter than saltfish. In 2016, half a pound of saltfish was for $1,100. Under the prosperity where you can't see, you can't feel, you can't touch, saltfish is now $1,950. Cooking oil. You can't cook without cooking oil. In 2016, cooking oil was for $300. In 2025, under Labour, cooking oil is for $810. Comrades, one chicken in 2016, one chicken in 2016 was for $800. Under Labour in 2025, this same chicken now costs $2,345.
Welcome the next Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mark Jefferson Golding.
Some Sharpe Square, Mike, welcome the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. Mark Jefferson Golding.
And we don't care what the Liberites say or what they say we are. And we need to fight the Liberites and to set Jamaica free. We are blood and fire, comrades, and we march into victory. Everything that goes on, we are going to we are going to build back better than before. Everything that takes us, we are going to build back. We are going to set it right and restore. Time for the ease of the pressure. Our
Deliverance say I'm what they say we are. We need to fight deliverance and to set Jamaica free. We are Lord and fire come red, and we march into victory. We are blood and fire come red, and we march into victory. We are blood and fire come red, and we march into victory.
Some Sharpe Square.
Blood and fire, comrades. The next Prime Minister of Jamaica and Mrs. Golding.
When I say Marcus G, you say power. Marcus G. Marcus G. Marcus G.
Now, comrades, we're gonna have Vice President Hales back to the microphone because I know you've been taking a tab and you know that the cost of living is too high. But I want to tell you that joining us online are millions of Jamaicans at home and abroad, on Facebook, on YouTube, on TikTok. But also joining us as of this moment is the national audience by way of TVJ. Say hello, TVJ. Ladies and gentlemen, Ian Hill.
Comrade, so we were on the cost of living explanation and tell you what's going on. They talk about the birth rate is low in Jamaica. But I want to come to M-Family. Baby feed. In 2016, baby feed was for $1,500. In 2025, it's for $3,682. Comrades, the General Secretary said to me, to keep the basket to $10,000, not over $10,000. But everything in the basket is $12,782. So if I go to the cashier, I would have to put back $2,782. I buy no Alaska, me not buy no syrup, me not buy no oats, me not buy condensed milk, me not buy toothpaste, me not buy toilet paper, me not buy turkey neck, me not buy chicken back, I don't buy mixed parts, and for sure, me not buy oxtail. Comrade, I want to say one more thing to you. Men and women normally don't agree on a lot of things. But I'm going to tell the women of Jamaica why they can't vote for the Labour Party. I'm going to tell them right now. In 2016, synthetic hair. In 2016, synthetic hair. Take out the hair sham. Because the ladies them say they want me to speak about the hair. And if you buy it, it is your hair. If you buy it, it is your hair. So in 2016, synthetic hair was for 8,000. Under this uncaring and wicked government, 24-inch synthetic hair
is for now $24,000. And if you want to buy the human here, because it feels a little bit better. In 2016, 24 inches, 2 packs, 1 pack of human here cost $15,000. In 2025, it now costs $60,000 under the Jamaica Labour Party government. No. Comrade. You know, throughout the entire campaign, I was asking myself, why they try to tell me to choose the place of my birth? Them say choose the place of my birth, even though it's on my birth certificate. This is the land of my birth. And I was so anointed to be disappointed when Andrew said, being born here does not make me Jamaican. How dare Andrew to say that to the people of Jamaica? Comrades, I will close tonight and say to each and every one of you, this is your election come Wednesday. Mark Walden will be the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. But Mark Walden will be the next Prime Minister of Jamaica because you have chosen him to be your vessel. Victory, 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 victory for the People's National Party come Wednesday, September 3. God bless you and I thank you.
Warm to the flag them, warm to the flag them, some Sharpe Square. Warm to the flag them. PNP time. PNP time. Thank you, DJ. Thank you, DJ. We're moving right along. We're doing good with the time. The next speaker is a man who will take charge of St. James West Central. Okay, we will take him in a few. We're moving right along. And you know the People's National Party is for the people. So at this time, you're gonna hear from the former party leader, Dr. Peter Phillips. What is up there now?
Comrade Chairman, Party Leader, next Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mark Jefferson Golden, officers of the party, candidates of the People's National Party, and to all the comrades, all the supporters, all the friends of the People's National Party, one love. Comrades, all my life I've been working for the People's National Party to build a better Jamaica. And I could not see this campaign come and don't show my face in this campaign for victory for the People's National Party. I would not miss this meeting for anything, because I tell you, there is nothing that builds the spirit more, that give you more inspiration, that give you more hope than to see hundreds of thousands of people come out marching together to build a better country and a better future for themselves and their families. But more than that, comrades, I am here tonight as the living embodiment of the fact that the People's National Party today is united together and strong and marching forward for progress. Time come for the Jamaican people to step up to a better life. I am here tonight because I know that the People's National Party will protect the foundations of our economy and ensure that it is an economy that works for all and not just for a few. I don't know who watched the debate the other night. The first one, PNP win. The second one, we win even bigger. And OneMarcusJa take the fellow outside and beat and teach. But on the night when them talk about the economy, I hear two ministers assault the truth in the most wicked way that the good Lord hates. And them can't get rid of it. One of them said that the PNP last administration bring a wrecking ball to the Jamaican economy. The only wrecking ball that was around was in our brain that night. Make I tell you about the facts, because it is just not true what you say. The economic stability that now exists in Jamaica was established by the People's National Party during the administration led by Comrade. And we do it in the PNP. It was established after the previous administration led by Bruce Golding, the Green Golding, mash up and wreck the economy of Jamaica. They entered an IMF program in 2010 and could not pass it, could not cross it. The IMF stopped lending to them after they failed to take the test. The World Bank stopped lending to them. The Inter-American Bank stopped lending to them. The European Union stopped lending to them. We could not get $1 anywhere. And the Prime Minister now of Jamaica knows it, because when Bruce Golding carried him to Washington to meet with the IMF, him came back to Mandeville and promised bitter medicine. He knew that there was a crisis then. We had to come back and fix the economy. It was a difficult program. All Jamaica sacrificed. Public sector workers sacrificed. Pensioners sacrificed. The bankers sacrificed. And the people of Jamaica sacrificed. But you know why they sacrificed? Because they had confidence in the leadership of the People's National Party. They had confidence in the integrity of Comrade Portia Simpson-Miller. They had confidence that we were a government of transparency. That's why we established EPOC and opened the books of the government to the people of Jamaica. Anybody could see all the facts about our economy. And I tell you, it's our time that we are there. We in the People's National Party administration passed every single IMF test that was put there. A single one. And we met all the structural benchmarks, including some big legislation that strengthened the fiscal responsibility framework. And a lot of that is due to Mark Golding, who worked day and night, through the night, to make this happen. So make a tell her and tell the two ministers some facts. In 2010, inflation was 12%. In 2016, annual inflation was down to 3.7%. The NIR, which was less our reserves, the amount of foreign currency that you have, was less than 700 million in 2013, was 2.7 billion US dollars by the time we reached 2016. In 2016, the Jamaican economy grew 2% in the entire 10 years of the Holness administration. They have not seen 2% growth in the Jamaican economy. We left them an economy that was growing at 2%. And in that same year, 2015, Bloomberg News in North America ranked the Jamaica Stock Exchange as the #1 stock exchange in the world. So when the current Minister of Finance
When the current Minister of Finance come and said that the PNP delivered wage freeze on the public sector workers, I have to ask myself the question. She don't know the economic history of the country. It is because they mashed it up. The IMF required as a precondition of an IMF program that we get the workers, the public sector workers, to sign up to 4 years of wage freeze, or we couldn't get a program. It wasn't the will of the PNP government. It was because the IMF said the economy couldn't be fixed of the damage that the labor rights had done unless we were able to get the public sector workers to sign up. And all of them did because they trusted the government of the People's National Party. The Minister of Finance should be better than that. If she don't know her history, I want to ask Damien registering in a little school and get her some extra lesson out there. I am here tonight because I have every confidence that PNP, led by Mark Golden, will make growth a priority once again for the Jamaican economy so that we can step up in life as a country. I am here tonight because the 3.5 million tax threshold that the PNP is going to put in place will help ordinary Jamaicans benefit more from the economy of this country so that it don't just benefit a few people. I am here tonight because the PNP is committed to a massive land titling program which will give our people a chance to get their little piece of this rock and build their dreams on the Master God's Son and build a land of greater equality in this country. I am here tonight because the next PNP government is committed to transforming the educational system and ensure that every child will be able to read and write and count by the time they leave primary school. I am here tonight because I know that Mark Golden will lead an administration of honesty, integrity, that will have no teeth in it and will be committed to good governance. I am here tonight. Indeed, we are all here tonight together because we are determined to march to progress and build a better Jamaica of our hopes and our dreams. I am here tonight because I am a blood and fire comrade. And remember, on that day, come Wednesday, put your X beside the head. One love, one heart, comrades.
I can't stand this no longer, but we keep getting stronger. I can't stand this no longer, cause the battle is getting hotter. We can have a love of time. We must get a
Some Sharpe Square, are you ready? They said they might get a beating from the first debate to the second one. Listen me. September 3rd. I someone want the line them full up. I someone want the line them full up. From 6:50, we in at the line and wait for the polling station up there. And everyone jumping at the box, supposed to be PNP, PNP, PNP. One by one, we are full up the box. One by one. One by one. Okay. Okay. Our next speaker is my namesake. The next speaker is my namesake. Someone would have mentored me. Me never just brought up so. Someone would have given me advice as a young politician. And I brought it through to victory for the People's National Party in the Alligator Pond Division. The next speaker will be the finance minister of this country after September 3rd. Comrades of Sam Sharpe Square, make welcome Comrade Julian Robinson.
Oh, your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hand. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful, and all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.
To the faithful, to the committed comrades of the People's National Party, time come for a better life. To our party leader and Prime Minister in waiting, Comrade Mark Golden. To our former party leader and the man who I regard as the architect of the stability in the Jamaican economy, Comrade Peter Phillips. Comrade leaders, comrade officers, comrade workers, the word is love. Comrades, I just want to explain to you how we plan to grow this economy to make life better for you and your families. And we are committed to returning the sacrifice that you have endured over the years so that you can get a benefit, so that we can ease the pressure of the cost of living, so that we can put more money back into your pockets, so that you can support yourselves and your families. So the first way we are going to ensure growth in this economy is for once and for all tackling the inequities in our education system. One of the greatest impediments to growth is that we cannot find enough Jamaicans to fill the jobs that are there. Why? Because there are too many students who leave primary school and them can't read and write. So our commitment is to make the investments in basic and primary education so that every single child who leaves school can read, can write, and can do some arithmetic. And because we recognize the impediments, we are implementing the EASE program to ease the pressure on you, to ensure that every child in need gets at least one hot meal per day. That is why we are implementing the RIDE program to provide a subsidy of $2,500 per week, particularly for those of you in the rural areas, so that your children can go to school and you don't have to decide which day you're going to keep which child at home because you can't afford it. We are implementing the First in Family so that we can break intergenerational poverty and ensure that if you do your CXC, you do your CAPE, and you qualify for go university, the People's National Party will cover you. And if you are there already, we will cover you even more. And if you had to take student loan to finance your education, we are going to ensure that we tie your repayment to your income, your salary, so that you are not delinquent and it don't affect your ability to own a house or to own a car. So we're going to deal with education. We're going to bring down the cost of energy. When we left it in 2016, it was 23 cents per kilowatt hour. It now gone to over 40 cents. We are among the highest in the Caribbean. We are going to bring it down by investing more in renewable energy, bringing more sun, wind onto the grid. This government has failed the energy sector. It took them 8 years to issue a request for a proposal. Why? Because 4 ministers later, and the corruption at that ministry has destroyed our ability to manage energy properly. We recognize there are sectors that provide the platform for growth. We call them our emerging economies, our cultural and creative industries. We're going to establish a fund of $1 billion so that we can give monies and support to our artists, to our potters, to the singers, to those who use the technology to earn a living. We are going to support them because if you ask, who are the Jamaicans that put Jamaica on the map? There are entertainers, there are sports people. We're going to put support behind them. We are going to run an efficient government. We're going to cut out waste and corruption. So you can't have a hospital up the road when them start at $1.5 billion and it reached $25 billion, and all now you can't get a hospital $20 billion later. We're going to run an efficient government where we cut out the waste. And we can't make a drill that's supposed to cost $3 million reach $31 million, because that means when you go to the hospital and you need to do the MRI or the CT scan, you have to find $50,000 to go to a private place and do that. We are going to run an efficient government. And so we're not going to concentrate every ministry, agency and department up at OPM. OPM is the Office of Plenty Ministries, which has become a bottleneck. We take forever for any project to go through. Your leader, Comrade OneMarcusJa, going to be the man who going to stay there and make sure and remove every obstacle to growth. And we are going to run a government of integrity. We're going to run a government where your tax dollars are spent for your benefit, and people not there and look for fat them one pocket. So comrades, we will return to the Jamaican people, to the working people, to our nurses, to our policemen, to the security guards, the persons who have sacrificed over the last 10 to 15 years. We are going to give you a break. And that is why we are committed to implementing and lifting the tax threshold to $3.5 million. And that applies for people who earn up to 3.5 and even those above. That is why we are committed to removing tax on overtime pay, so that we can put more money in your pocket, so we can ease the cost of living pressure. So comrades, we have 3 days. We have just over 72 hours. When you leave here, go back to your districts, go back to your towns, go back to your lanes, and make sure you identify every single voter who is PMP. Some are undecided and want to come and join us. This election is the most consequential election in the history of this country. So I say to you, when you go into the polling booth, I want you to think carefully. I want you to use your head, and I want you to put the X beside the head to ensure victory.
Need a new mattress but confused by all the choices? At Mattress Firm, we make it easy. Our sleep experts have the know-how to match you with a perfect mattress. And
gửi điện an toàn đến Việt Nam với sự an tâm với Vietnamly.
victory for the People's National Party. One love, one heart.
Thank you. Thank you. I know you saw the debate. And when they put it to us to say we should have 3 persons debate in the finance and economics debate, we said we will send Julian alone to beat up with 3 of them. And he did just that. Ladies and gentlemen, Julian Robinson. Comrades, PNP has a lot of friends in the Caribbean, and visiting with us tonight is MP Tevin Andrews and Andy Williams, both from Grenada, the National Democratic Congress. Yeah, man, we live good with people. I went to Grenada to work with them, with Tevin, for 2 elections, and them come return the favor. We live good with people. Ladies and gentlemen, help me to welcome the man who knows maths, English, knows how to subtract. He gonna turn up the things. Our doctor in waiting, Damian
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, let the power fall on Farah. Let the power fall on oh, let the power of heaven fall on respect. Comrades, we do have a long time, so make we start. I was getting tired in the last week of this campaign until I watched the last debate. And it's not only that MarcusJa go under in bed, go take out his birth certificate. It's not only that. Because I called the police station to report that piece of paper. It's the first I see a piece of paper charged for murder in this country. But after that, I hear the Prime Minister say that is not because you're born in a Jamaica. You're a Jamaica. So before I start, I am going to sing my new anthem until the 4th of September. Oh, Manchi, Sang Chuli, Chichang Chang. Oh, Shiva. But we need the victory because I prefer the last one. I prefer the original anthem. So I'm asking you on all our behalves, go there and work for our nationality to return to us once again. I can't bother sing OneMarcusJa after the 4th of September. Comrades, in this week alone, I went on 3 podcasts. I went on one called Nightly Fix, go fix them business. I went on another one called Let's Be Honest and Be Honest. And I went on the next one called The Truth Is Real. Christoph done go and Let's Be Honest and tell a 1 million lie. The first lie he told was that food insecurity, mean people can't afford food, was worse under the People's National Party. In 2015, food insecurity was 14.6%. In 2024, food insecurity was 55.1%. Over 40 more people could not, out of every 100, afford food. He went on TV to say that it was worse under the People's National Party. I tell you, it's a Leave a Right Lie like show. And on a regular show, we are talking about Edward Citizen. He goes, and in spite of that, knowing that 55% of our children can't find food, the JLP decided only to give those who are on path food. And not only those who are on path. When you get part lunch, you have to join a special line of apartheid to embarrass the children of the poor, for them to go forth and get rice and 1 piece of chicken food. Listen. If you have a toilet that can flush, you're disqualified from getting school feeding. If you have a TV in your house, you're disqualified from getting school feeding. Well, no more. When we get back power under the People's National Party, we will give $400 a day and every single child that needs it. Turn up the thing. Turn up the thing. Hold on. Turn up the thing. Hold on. Tough to tell our next lie. I tell you now, I never know Jamaica would have found a Christopher worse than Columbus. But in tell our next lie. Tufton said that more children were passing maths under JLP than PMP. In 2015, mathematics passes was 14,700 children. In 2025, it was 7,800 children. 7,000 less Pitney pass maths under the Jamaica Labour. If you give them 5 more years, that's 35,000 less children passing maths under the Jamaica Labour Party. But JP don't want you to understand maths, because if you understand maths, you will recognize the craziness of Andrew Holness going around cutting ribbon. He said we need 6,000 houses under his social housing program. Every year in Bill 30. If you do the maths, it would take 200 years for Andrew Holness to build 6,000. Who will be here in 200 years? But they don't want you to learn the maths. Let us talk about Heart Trust. They're talking about the train how much youth on the Heart Trust. The certification rate of Heart Trust is 49%. 112,000 youth sign up for Heart, and 60,000 never get a certificate under the Jamaica Labour Party. What we gonna do? The People's National Party is going to build 4 vocational labs in every high school. And we will allow a youth from 10th grade to start doing his Heart certification. That means that by the time him graduate, him have a level 4 in Heart coming from school. But not only that, while the labs will be used by the children in the days, it will be used by the adults in the night. And we will expand the certification in this country. PMP will be the first to introduce skill work yard because you're going to be a mason, you're going to be a welder, you're going to be a plumber, you're going to be able to go and not only lift up boxes. And then we said to you that by the age of 10 in 4th grade, all our children should be able to read. I don't want you to make them fool you into believing say you don't. Because if you can walk and talk, you can learn. Only never born to walk, only learn for walk. Only never born to talk, only learn for talk. How on earth labor right one telling us they're only bright at 9 months, but dunce at 19? That cannot happen under the People's National Party. So after we told you the education plan, the housing plan, the land ownership plan, the agriculture plan, labor rights still say PMP now no plan. So we realize that is not the plan that they want to hear. So listen the other plan. You see the man will buy them bus, they will charge 300 million for 1.4 billion. He is going to jail. Hold on. You see the one named Ruel Reed, what he from Picnic, he is going to jail. If you cannot explain 28 bank account, then it's 1 year for every bank account, you are going to jail. So remember, my comrades, to remind them, do not fret about the security, fret about the judge, because one by one, they're going, one by one. Comrades, I might not see you before the celebration conference. So I have one last question. Comrades, what is under my nose?
All we got just the labor pay. The driver cost the bus and the country going down the drain. Yes, we got just the labor pay. Poverty a position and we going insane. The union for the bus driver. Are you here on every corner? The name a ring throughout Jamaica.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you look up Market Street in Block, if you look up Union Street in Block, all the way to City Center in Block, PNP River, back to back. But I must introduce to you right now the General for the Yard, Dr. Dayton Campbell.
Jamaica, you ready? Raise the fist and show the power. Raise the voice and say it louder. Rock your body if you love Jamaica. Rock your body if you really love Jesus. Come and make we cross over. Come and make we cross over. My soul, shout out with power. My soul, shout
Comrade, chairpersons of the meeting, comrade party leader in a matter of days, in a matter of hours, we are going to address this gentleman as the most honorable Mark Jefferson Golden, Prime Minister of Jamaica. And I must also pause to acknowledge his lovely wife, the Empress by his side, Lady Golden. Our former leader, Dr. Peter Phillips, respect due all the comrades on the stage, comrades in the audience, greetings. I said today that I was going to come here and go back to my roots. You don't know me as an old preacher, man. Me not belong in politics. I'm just passing through, you know. I'm on my way to the church to preach the gospel for the Lord. But I want to bring up a little song that me hear my grandmother sing some of the time. I am happy every day as I travel through this land. I've been mighty blessed by God. I'm holding to his hand. My journey's almost over. The battle is nearly won. I have a feeling in my heart the best is yet to come. The journey is almost over. The battle is nearly won. I have a feeling in my heart the best is yet to come. Comrades, are you ready for the People's National Party? Politics is not about serving yourself. I have said before where I come from, very humble beginnings. And I did not make it here by myself. I am here because of the policies and the programs of the People's National Party. And so when I come forward, I come to keep that door open so others can walk through and get a similar opportunity to become somebody in life. When I was growing up, and even now them still do it same way. Every day them cuss me and say all manner of things. As this world looks upon me, as I travel along, they say I am nothing, but they are so wrong. In my heart, I'm rejoicing. I wish they could see. I thank you, Lord, for your blessings on me. It don't matter where I go, I'm not turn my back on the church and what it did for me, because the church rescued me and put me on a path so I could become somebody. And that is why the PNP is going to put $1 billion in a faith-based fund so that the church can rescue other young people in this country. We are not believing in superstitions. We are not believing in isla this and isla that. This is a party that believes in God Almighty, and we are returning dignity and spirituality to Jamaica, land we love. In scripture, it tells a story of the Good Samaritan. They were traveling from Jerusalem to Jericho. And the man that was traveling was beaten, stripped of some of his clothes, and left on the road to die. The Levite came along and go on about him business. The priest came along and go on about him business. The good Samaritan came along. And he realized that the Levite and the priest were afraid. They were afraid that if they stopped to help him, that somebody would have come ambush them and beat them up too. But the good Samaritan reversed the question. He did not ask what would happen to me if I stopped to help this man. He said, what would happen to this man if I don't stop to help him? The good Samaritan is what we are about. And so, hold on. And so, when I hear them trying to criticize our leader based on the circumstances of birth, I say, hold on 1 second. Mark Golding not determine how he born and the circumstances who he born in. But what he did is that when he saw what was going on in Jamaica, he never cut him eye and go up a hilltop and live with him barriers around him yard. He turned and said, what will happen to Jamaica if I don't stop to help Jamaica and serve Jamaica? The good Samaritan. I want every comrade hearing me here, online, on television, wherever you are. You can't sell your vote for $5,000 or $10,000 when 700,000 are going to get the title for the piece of land where you live on and release over $1 trillion of ownership to the people of this country. Every single comrade that is listening to me, no time to sleep. We are going to sleep Thursday night from Yeso until Wednesday evening when poll close. Every movement in your PD, you must know who in there, what am I doing there, what them come out. Be vigilant in your communities. Inducement. People giving people something in exchange for their vote is a crime according to ROPA, the Representation of the People's Act. The PNP give your cell phone, follow back at them and video them when they come in and the constituency. Get the evidence, catch them red-handed, because this must be a free and fair election. When I hear the Prime Minister say, if you're born here, that don't make you Jamaican. I understand why he left the students, them are Ukraine. I understand why he left the workers, them on the ship. I understand why he did have state of emergency and lock up poor people picnic. I understand why Mark Golding had to take it to court so that he can stop lock up poor people picnic in St. James. We don't charge and we don't bail. So comrades, we are ready. All systems go. We've been leading in the polls for over 2 years. We're going to seal the deal on Wednesday. Make welcome our next Prime Minister, the President of the People's National.
of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O God, my strength and my redeemer. I want to acknowledge former party leader Peter David Phillips, the architect of Jamaica's economic stability, who I enjoyed working closely with to ensure that future generations would benefit from a lower public debt, more fiscal space, and more opportunities for the people of Jamaica to build a brighter tomorrow. I want to acknowledge all of my other colleagues on the platform. When I became leader of this party in November 2020, we had a lot of work to do. We had to unite the party. We had to rebuild the organization. We had to develop the message that the people could relate to and that would resonate with them. And I want to thank each and every one on the team who has helped me on this journey, because we are marching on to progress. And come Wednesday, we will be marching on to victory. And most of all, I want to thank you, the comrades and supporters, the workers and warriors of this great movement, the People's National Party, who have come in your many, many tens of thousands to Sam Sharpe Square tonight to send a signal that we are ready for change and that time come for a better life. To all my fellow Jamaicans, I pledge to you that the government that I will lead will be one that is accountable to the people, that listens to the people, that is transparent in how we operate, and that ensures that the resources of the people are used solely for the benefit and upliftment of the people, not for Fred and company, not for personal enrichment. No more hanky-panky. Time come for integrity in public life in Jamaica, and the People's National Party is committing to you tonight that we will deliver that integrity. The context in which this election is being held is important. Although the fiscal reforms engineered under the administration of Portia Simpson Miller, managed by Peter David Phillips, have achieved 13 and a half years of sustained debt reduction, stabilizing our macroeconomy, to the point where the fiscal commissioner this week gone has in writing confirmed that the debt to GDP ratio target of 60% of GDP will at last be achieved by the end of this fiscal year. It is a new era that Jamaica is embarking on. But the context in which we are embarking on it is a decade of almost no growth, where 55% of the Jamaican people are suffering from food insecurity, as measured by the United Nations Food and Agricultural Organization, where foreign direct investment has fallen by 80% over the last decade under the government of the Jamaica Labour Party, and where the productivity of our workforce has declined by some 21% since 2007. This is why our policies and programs have been designed to address these fundamental challenges facing the people. That is why we are going to ensure that children who need it when they go to school, they will get the hot, nutritious meal that they need. That is why we're going to ensure that parents who struggle to send their children to school, especially in rural Jamaica, because the cost of rural transportation is so high, they will get a subsidy, $400. They will get a subsidy, $10,000 for the month, for each child in the family, to help cover the cost of coming to school. It is why we're going to support our students at university. First of all, with the First in Family Scholarship Program, because I've seen where the children do everything that they're supposed to do, study them book, keep out of bad company, pass their exams, but then they can't go any further because they can't manage the financial aspect. And we say, if you're the first in your family to qualify for university or college, the People's National Party will give you a full scholarship. And we expect you to uplift your brothers and sisters when you pass through the gate and benefit from that scholarship. And for our students, you don't have to worry about borrowing from the Student Loan Bureau under the People's National Party. First of all, we will cap your monthly payment at a manageable portion of your actual income so that you will be able to live comfortably while you service that debt. Secondly, if you find yourself out of a job for whatever reason, we will suspend the obligation to pay. It will not mash up your credit. Those payments will go on the back end of your loan. And when you get yourself back on your feet again, and you come back again, your credit will be decent. You can still try and buy the house. You can still try and buy the car. It is why we have a very progressive policy of support for our farmers. Tax that is on the food imports, which have doubled under this government, from 800 million US to 1.6 billion US a year. Taking some of those taxes and putting them in a fund dedicated to support the farmers of Jamaica so they can produce more food, so they can get the things they need, the inputs to prepare the land, the storage facilities, better farm roads, and all of the other aspects of farming that are required, because we need to produce, we need to grow our food, eat what we grow what we eat, and feed those countries around us that are not as blessed as we are when it comes to agriculture. And it is why when we see all of the people living on land, public land, living on it for years, build them house, but they don't have no title, and the colonial law that says they can't get a title unless they live there undisturbed for 60 years is such a wickedness. We're going to reduce it to 25 years. We're going to get them their title. And when we run the maths, we see that we will be transferring over $1 trillion of ownership value to the people of Jamaica in the biggest transfer of ownership in the history of this land. There are so many things we want to do. We want to help our workers. We want to ensure that the contract work abuse that goes on in various sectors of the economy, having our workers on a string like a yo-yo, denying them the rights that they should have as full-time employees. We're going to put a stop to that abuse. I want to thank the hotel workers I was reasoning with a few weeks ago here in Montego Bay, who said to me, OneMarcusJa, the tax and the tips and the gratuity, it halfway away. We need more money in our pocket. We work hard, but we can't make ends meet. I beg you, deal with that for me. I'm going to say, I'm going to deal it for you, because my sister, you need it. We're going to deal with it for them. We won't be taxing the tips and the gratuity. And the security guards, and the police, and the firemen, and any worker who earns overtime pay in this country. If your earnings are under 6 million a year, you will not be taxed on your overtime, because we know you need that little break to make your life that much easier, that much more bearable, that much nicer. And when you see the struggles that families are going through, reflected in the food insecurity, because they're talking about poverty rate and they're talking about unemployment rate. But if those rates don't mean anything because people hungry and people not eating properly, that means something must be done. And that is why we're going to increase the income tax threshold to $3.5 million a year. You will pay zero tax on the first $3.5 million of your income. It is going to mean a significant benefit for many people who are struggling now. And for those who earn more, they will get the benefit up to 3.5. So there's something in it for them as well. And comrades, we're going to govern the country with a seriousness of intent to restore dignity and integrity and confidence and trust in the leadership of the country by the people who elect and put us there. We'll be introducing the impeachment legislation. So we will put an end to a situation where an MP can be caught on a video with a big stool in a car park, beating a woman bad, and nothing don't come out of it at all. And he's running to be a candidate for the JLP again in this election. They don't respect the women of this country. We'll be introducing the unexplained wealth orders for all of those people who get rich out of public life because they're not serving the people, they're serving themselves. They will have to account to the law for their wrongdoings. And we will ensure that every member of the government has their statutory declarations published by the Integrity Commission. We will amend the law to achieve that, so we have greater levels of transparency. Right now, it's just the Prime Minister and the leader of the opposition who are required to do that. But his can't be published because his are not yet certified. Because for him thing not straight, him in a problem with the Integrity Commission. And then now been referred to the FID, the Financial Investigations Division. And him come in a debate and tell pure lie. But the people of Jamaica, them no fool, them know the truth. So comrades and friends, as we approach the 3rd of September, we're also approaching the new school year. And I want to take this opportunity to say to all of our parents, all of our students, all of our teachers, everybody involved in the education system, I wish you all the very best as you start the new school year. May God bless you and keep you safe in your transportation arrangements. May the children get to school safely and come home safely. And make the school year be a success for you all. Comrades, it is with great humility and a great sense of purpose that I put myself forward to become the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. I dedicate myself to serving the people of Jamaica, all of the people of Jamaica, and in particular, those who need the help of a caring government, a People's National Party government that knows about the struggles of the people and that has established itself from 1938 for upliftment of the people. I commit myself to continue that mission and to help move Jamaica from stagnation, from hopelessness, move on to a better quality of life for us all, higher levels of economic growth, and Jamaica will be moving up with the PNP to a better place. Comrades, on Wednesday, I ask you, all undecided voters, even laborites, put your X beside the head and return Jamaica to decency, return Jamaica to being a country that the whole of the world can look on and say, that is a little Caribbean pearl. We raid them. Comrades, God bless you all. The world is love. Power to the people. Power to the people. Power to the people.
The winning team. The winning team. The People's National Party. Winning team.